Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It's time to have a look at a little special which is going on in Enlisted because of Anzac Day. There's some discounts that are going to be on some premium squads, some 30% discounts from the 25th of April to the 28th, basically the Boomerang Mark II, and also the 24th Battalion in the Battle of Tunisia. We'll have a look at both of them when we're in the game, but to start off with, they put a little note which is quite nice. On the 25th of April, the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, the Anzacs, Day is celebrated in Australia, New Zealand, and a number of other countries. Back in the First World War in 1915, when the Corps landed on the Gallipoli Peninsula, it distinguished itself in the battle with the Ottoman Empire. The Corps failed to advance, and as a result, it was evacuated. But this was the first major operation in which the Australians took part. Thus, the newly created nation underwent a baptism of fire. On this day, the people of Australia and New Zealand remember their fellow citizens who died in wars and military conflicts. Very similar to the good old Remembrance Day that we have in many other countries. So yeah, there's two specials going on right now. Let's have a look at them. Now remember, if you want to buy stuff off the Gaijin store, you can get yourself a discount by using my code in the description and also support the channel. It's one of the only ones which is around for Enlisted, so make sure to get it used so you can get yourself some cheaper stuff. The first squad is the Battle of Tunisia, Battle of Tunisia I should say. It's the Owen Mark I squad. Now this is an Australian Forces squad of the 24th Battalion. Basically you get 4 soldiers of the Assaulter class with the Owen Mark I machine gun and then 1 Engineer class soldier, so very similar to a lot of other premiums out there. It is 30% off right now, which is quite nice. It's nearly 25 Canadian dollars. I'm not sure about that in other currencies. The Owen Mark I as a submachine gun, I've used it quite a lot, especially in the Pacific War campaign with the Americans. The main thing that I can point out about it is it has a very good fire rate, it does pretty decent damage, it's very much a gun which is a more close quarters one, so this will be a very rapid, aggressive squad. It can deal out a lot of damage very quickly. The only issue I have with it is the iron sight on it is really rough. All of these types of guns which are like this, the Axis for Tunisia have a similar one, the OVP M1918. I really struggle with it. It's definitely one which I have a rough time with. I know a lot of people are fine with it, but for me, the aim down sight can be a little bit rough. So I much prefer being aggressive, going into rooms, firing a bunch of rounds, and going from there. The squad itself, though, is a pretty good high-impact one. I would say, for the Battle of Tunisia, the one that I found the most useful is actually the 34th Signal Company, though, who have the Turner SMLE, which is the semi-automatic Lee Enfield. That one, as a premium squad, has been super useful for me going forward. And also the first group of the Moroccan auxiliaries, which have the bolt actions, which I basically use Tunisia as a bolt action campaign in a way. So for me, the Owen Mark I squad would probably lose out to the radio squad, but it does take a while in the Tunisia campaign to get some really good SMGs, so maybe that would be a good reason to pick up this squad. The next squad is in the game itself, and it is for the, weirdly enough, the good old Pacific War campaign for the Allies. If you have a look at logistics, you'll find the Pacific War Boomerang Mark II right here. Now, this squad is 2,765 gold right now, and obviously that's quite expensive, but one of the things that you do get alongside it, if you purchase it, is a Royal Australian Air Force poster, which is, I suppose, a way of them trying to boost the sales. Now, these posters are pretty cool because you can actually place them in games. Obviously, they don't really add anything apart from some cool, nice little looks, and this is the post that they've gone with. There's a lot of cool posters that, whether it's the Enlisted Battle Pass ones or whether it's different New Year's ones that you can collect, and then what you can actually do is you can place them around the place, which is quite nice. So the squad itself, I just bought it just to kind of show you what it's like. You don't have really a lot going on with it. Where has it gone? Is it over here somewhere? No, it can't be that. Has it just disappeared? Wait, hold up. Where's my squad gone? Did it get plonked in? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I'm a dodo. So you you get the Boomerang Mark II, which is a capable fighter. You know, it's a completely fine plane. It has 220mm Hispanos, which only have 120 rounds, but that's good enough because you can reload pretty efficiently in Enlisted. And then also it gets 4,000 rounds of 7.7s and also 4 guns on each side of it. So, or sorry, 2 guns on either side. So you're never going to run out of rounds. They'll be useful for taking out those big old like bombing runs that people do nowadays. And it also has access to two 250-pound bombs that you can see here. So out of the ones that are available for, you know, this campaign, it's not that bad, you know, because with this one you get 200-pounders. With the good old Seagull you only get 200-pounders. The Dauntless is the one which is a lot better with the 1,000-pounder. And then of course the good old AP1, which has the 2 500-pounders in it, which is basically the Avenger. So there are a few which are slightly better than it in terms of firepower, but not many. So if you're a person who likes a little bit of air combat and also dropping bombs, then yeah, this thing can work well. Is it going to be as useful as a lot of other squads in this campaign? No, of course not. And that's why I would say it's generally better to buy one of the earlier squads, such as, you know, the Raider Battalion, for example, is incredibly good to, you know, bolster stuff with the Thompson M1928 USMC. But if you're a person who enjoys flying, this is probably one of the better squads that you can get when it comes to the, you know, the setup. The guy gets a Browning high power as well, so one of the better, you know, guns in the good old game for a pistol. He also has the flight stamina perk, which is quite nice, and gets loaded up with a bunch of perks as well. So overall, it's an okay squad. Is it worth it? For me, probably not. For others who enjoy flying a bit more, yeah, I mean, why not? You know, it's decent compared to a lot of the other ones that are in the campaign, and you get the poster, which is quite nice. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day. See you next time. I'd just like to thank Millie Draper, Juan the Panda, Nick R. Cupila, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie B. Young, Peter Grayling, Jerry Provolt, Bareen, Alan Hacker, Sem Arslan, Uncle Bean, Derek R., and Lafouche for supporting the channel.